What's up, my friends? I just bought these speakers. I'm so excited for them. I'm gonna hook them up to my record player in our living room. But when I bought them on Amazon, I wanted to open them up with you to show you what the open up experience is, what comes with it, and give you my first reactions around quality. I'm not a sound guy. I am very much a novice in just a regular person that wants to hear their records sound really, really good. So I was recommended to these speakers and I absolutely cannot wait to get them hooked up and create the vibe in our family room with our record player. So I'm gonna open this up with you and we can see what's inside. One of the questions that I had is if all the cables that I need are inside or if they're not. That's one thing that's going to be helpful for you, I think, when you order them, to make sure you have the cables you're going to need to start listening to music as soon as possible. So let's open these babies up. I love the look of them. I cannot wait. By the way, it's pretty, it's got some weight to it. It's absolutely got some weight to it. I was excited when I found out that it had some weight to it. We got this nice cardboard thing here. And of course, we've got a user manual, a multimedia speaker user manual. I'm not going to pop into that. It's got a quick start guide with it and then a full user manual. I'm not going to jump into that right this second because I just want to show the context of the box. So here, yes, here's one of the questions I was asking is what cables come with it. So we've got a auxiliary mini to RCA, which is really, really helpful. I think that's the one we'll be using from our record player, or maybe it would be this one, which is RCA to RCA. One of those is going to work perfectly from our turntable to the speakers, so that's fantastic. We have some speaker wire here. That's probably to connect between the two speakers. We'll see that in just a second. And then, I didn't even know it came with this. It has a little remote to it as well. All that's on the remote is a mute and a volume button. That's kind of nice because now the volume on my record player is remote. That's helpful. I hadn't even thought about that yet. All right. So now, one thing to know about these speakers is that they are self-driven, meaning I don't know if that's exactly the right term, but they have a power drive built in rather than you having to have an amplifier. So they have a built-in amplifier for the speakers. If your speakers don't plug into the wall, then you have to have an amplifier that goes between your record player, your turntables, and your speakers so that it can power and send sound to the speakers. These ones have their own power. So I'm going to show you that in just a sec. Well, you can see here's the power cord. But let's open this baby up and look at, oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Look at them. They're so cool. And they got some weight to them. They're not flimsy. They have these controls on the side, which is volume and bass and treble. On the back here, obviously, we have speaker out here, and we have a power button for the speakers as well. And then we have the RCA line in 1, line in 2. That means we can have a couple of different sources coming to the speakers for sound. So I can't wait to get these configured. I'm not gonna, well, yes I am. I'm gonna open this so I can show you the length of the power cord. That's always something that I pay attention to, is how much length of power do I have? How close do I need to be to an outlet? Or do I have to have an extension cord just to operate these things? So let's take a look at this. I always compare it to my wingspan. It's about a 5-foot cord. So you don't have a ton of cord, but it's pretty great. So I wonder how these fronts pop off. Usually you can take the front screen of a speaker off. There we go. Yep, there's just some little rubber receptors, and this is what the speaker looks like without the cover on it. I like the look of a speaker without the cover on it. I actually might just leave the covers off, but we'll see. So really, really cool looking. Let's pull the other one out so we can see how they daisy to each other. That's one thing I want to understand. I think it's just the speaker wire, and I think this one gets powered through the speaker wire. Yep. So on this one, all you have on the back side is where your speaker wire plugs in. So you just want to make sure you match up the red with the black that you do on this speaker. So let's pull these over. So this one, obviously, this one is the driver. It has the amplifier in it. See how complicated or complex all of the things on the back side are. And then you also have all the controls on this one. So that's cool. This is the driver. You run the speaker wire between the two, and then you run the record player into, or whatever it is that you're using to play the music. You run it into here. I can't wait. I'm gonna go get these set up. I'm gonna listen to them, and then I'm gonna do a video about the setup and the sound and everything, and I'm so stoked for it. So watch for that video, click on it if you see it in the menu here, and I'll show you exactly how I set everything up and what the quality of these speakers are from my perspective. Hope you love them as much as I do. Peace.